The Force Gurkha is the Indian G-Wagen. Its styling has obviously been inspired by the G-Wagen and so has its off-road abilities. This Gurkha can really go far when the going gets rough. It is the only 4x4 that you can get with locking differentials. But what do locking differentials actually do? We're going to use the off-road track that's behind us. We're going to use this Gurkha and we're going to show you how far the Gurkha can go with four-wheel drive and then how much further it can go with the differentials engaged. This is the off-road track at the Force Motors facility in Pune, where the insanely capable Gurkha 4x4s were developed for the Rainforest Challenge. And amongst the many challenges is the axle articulation that puts the locking diffs to the ultimate test. So now what's happened is the diagonal wheels, the front left and the rear right have lost traction, so that is spinning. So that's when you actually need to engage the diff lock. So we're going to engage only the rear diff lock. So we pull the rear diff lock and then you get traction. And it just comes through so easily. The difference is actually quite astonishing. Actually the wheel that has got more traction, that's the one that gets torque and it just pushes the Gurkha through. So what we've done is we've engaged the rear diff lock. So it's only the rear differential that's locked. So that one rear tire that actually has traction, that's the one that's pushing the Gurkha through, and it actually makes it so much easier. We haven't even touched the front diff lock. Now what happens when you engage the front diff lock? Obviously your ability to go through off-road terrain is that much more enhanced, but they recommend that you don't steer the vehicle because your axles are locked, so you don't want to put extra stress on the driveline. And this is the very same transfer box with the diff locks that is used unchanged and unaltered in the RFC spec Gurkha. This extreme no-holds-barred 4x4 won the Rainforest Challenge in Goa for 3 years in a row. So what works for you on your weekend off-roading in the Gurkha also works in the jungles of Goa. And the RFC Gurkha has spawned the maddest Gurkha on the planet, the Hyper-Gurkha. This is a one-off custom built by Force Motors R&D team. Based on the road-going Explorer, the ladder frame chassis has been modified to take the new 4-link suspension that runs Bilstein dampers with IPAC springs, and that gives it a suspension travel of an incredible 16 inches. The drive shafts are by RCV Performance, whose tagline is the strongest axles on the planet. The tires are Maxxis Trepador 17 inches that are as tall as children, and powering the beast is the upgraded 2.2-litre common rail diesel engine that now makes 139 bhp and 320 Newton meters of torque. And the common thread between the Hyper-Gurkha and the showroom standard Explorer, both have the same front and rear locking differentials.